use some oil paint. I already shaded down. Now it's not white. It have a little tone to it. The base here is not acrylic base. It's just oil paint. When you have leftover paint, you can actually apply that to the white canvas if you don't want to paint from the white canvas. Now I'm going to start with a smaller brush. This is number 2. I'm going to take a look at, first I wet the brush a little bit. Make the Gamsol into the brush here. Just don't use too much Gamsol. And what I want to take a look at, I'm going to draw the shape of this. So I'm going to take this a little red color. Any color you want. I'm going to take a look at where is the whole shape of the apple. Is it going to be higher, lower, bigger, smaller? And you have to figure it out. Okay, I'm going to see that the top, I'm going to put it right here. Maybe. I'm going to take a look over here on the left side over here, maybe the right side over there. In that case, you're gonna see that there's the catch the shadow on this side. So thinking about, oh, how I'm gonna paint it, how big I want. So don't rush into it. Make up your mind first. I'm probably gonna make it a little bit bigger. Okay, a little bit bigger. How about that on this side? So get a little bit better balance on this side, a little bit catch the shadow. I think this is the way I'm going. So I want you to spend a little bit more time thinking a little bit more about it before you move forward. And oil painting is very different from watercolor. Most of the time we lift the white wash it, lift the highlight area or painting around the highlight area. For oil painting, mostly we just going to paint the white on top of the dark color. So I'm going to use the red color and the alizarin and mix these 2 colors together. Make a little bit more purplish red color. Okay. Now I'm going to start just paint the area. Take a look at. Okay, look at it again. Don't just painting and painting and painting. Okay, you just see that that's the color I want, and there's the space I want. You still can change the composition. Okay, put this color in here. Okay, that is the first color. Now I'm going to mix a little brown color. Take the yellow color, right? I only use very much the same color palette as for watercolor. I'm going to have a little bit oil, a little bit dry already. So I'm going to take a little oil over here. So make it a little bit easier to move. So I'm going to take a little yellow color over here on this side over here. I'm going to have mix that with the red and the blue color so we can get the brown color. Or you can directly use the brown color if you want. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put this color over here. There's the shadow side. Also need to be darker. So take a look. And I'm going to put it overlap with this color. Okay, whatever we're doing now is very preliminary color. You don't have to put that much pressure on yourself. I want you to squint your eye. You can see what is this color. This color actually have a little bit more green feeling. So but this color a little bit too light, right? I'm going to have a little bit red color and mix in here. Some yellow color. I'm going to take a little bit more yellow. And see this color much darker. And have maybe a little bit blue. Okay, have a little bit of this color. I'm going to take a look. Okay, this is much darker. That's good. And here we go. And coming up over here. You might be thinking about, this is not exactly color. I think this is very similar to the color we want. Okay, now not used much white color yet, and use the white color a little bit later. And I'm gonna get a little bit more yellow color. And screen your eyes, you can see the shape easier. I'm gonna get the yellow color and put it right here. Okay, the top over there, that's good. I'm gonna get a little bit red color. It's right over here. Just put the little thicker red color. Here we go, like that. Paint and observe and analyze it and think about it. Okay, that's good. So that's good. And I'm gonna have this color also coming in a little bit over here. A little color coming in the shadow area. But definitely this side, the color on this side, a lot darker, right? So I'm gonna introduce the blue color. I'm gonna get the red color here first. Get a little bit more present blue. See that as soon as put the present blue, it's very dark. And this might be too dark. I'm gonna put this color here, coming down over here first. And I might put this color at the bottom for now. It's a little bit too dark for the apple. Okay, put it here. Now when you're painting onto this area, and then the color, the paint on the brush, and get a little bit less, right? Now obviously this color is not exactly the final color we're gonna have. This is okay. It's just put the color there, remind us. And now I'm gonna use this brush directly mix into. I get a little bit red, mix into this, maybe a little bit back a little bit blue. I'm gonna paint. It's very important to analyze how dark's the color before you're thinking about the color, because every color have a full range of value from dark to light. I'm gonna have this color here in the bottom, and you can see that the bottom over here even have a little bit more, right? A little bit more darker. So I'm gonna take this color even a little bit darker. So I'm gonna have the wet paint overlap with the color that we just paint into there. So with the overlapping, and the color looks softer. It's very much you're blending between the two colors. Now it's a little bit softer. Now gradually we're gonna make the painting look finished in no time. I'm gonna have a little bit alizarin. I'm gonna put this color on the other side. Okay, and the alizarin also make the color look darker too. Okay, like that. Not just change the color, you change the value. And a little bit over here, like that. That's good. Okay, that's good. Now I'm gonna put some lighter color. Now at this point I'm gonna clean my brush, because the brush is the color in the brush we don't really want to carry on into the new color. So let's thinking about what is the light color, how light is it. I'm going to take the white color and I'm going to mix it into this color. Start with this color and look at it again. I think it's a little bit too much. I'm going to have a little bit more like an orange. So I'm going to take the yellow color and take a little white, a little red. Okay, sorry about that, too much color. Okay, I'm gonna come back over here. This color more likely a little bit brighter. Okay, like this. Look at it as how light the color want. I'm gonna put the color over here and think about it. Okay, is that the color I want? I think it's too light. I'm gonna get a little bit yellow color in here. Okay, we go. It's very critical that you see the value. Don't just see the what color is it. Okay, you see that this color. Now I'm gonna put it over here. Now it look a little bit better. Okay. Now coming down over here, And I have a little dry brush coming through over here. And take a look, coming down over here. And now we're going to change the color. And down over here, the color need to have a little bit more yellow and a little bit green. I'm going to just take the yellow color over here. Take this color, a little bit red. Ooh, too much red. That's all right. I'm going to put the color right over here, a little bit lighter. But compare this color down here with the color up over there is much darker, right? So you don't want to always go with, oh, the lightest light. Okay, that's not really. Okay, put that color over there. Now you can see the color a little bit similar. I'm going to alter the direction of this shape. A little bit like that, make it a little bit softer, like that. That's good. And now we have the full value from like a pretty dark red color, right? There's a little brown color, and we can go in to set other intermediate color and the texture a little bit later. But this is a light color, and we're gonna have a little highlight over here. We're gonna have a very bright highlight over there either too. So, all right, now we're going to get a little bit smaller brush. I'm gonna get this smaller, this number 1. And now I'm gonna take a look at the cast to shadow. I'm gonna get a little bit more blue into this color, and this is good. But the darkest colors always have some warm. I'm gonna get a little alizarin, so make a little warmer. Now coming back over here, here we go. That's good, like that. That's pretty dark, isn't it? Okay, that's good, like that. That's good. Connect that too. We're gonna repaint the table a little bit later. Okay, like that. I think I'm gonna have a little bit more. Actually, what I'm seeing here is too light. See that? So I'm going to come back here. What you're seeing is too light. So I'm going to have a little bit darker. Yeah, there's a little bit more like the true color. Okay. Okay, that's good. Take a look at my hand. That's a real person's hand. Okay, that's good. Now I'm gonna close this. All right, let's continue. Now we're gonna put this even darker in the right in the middle over here. That's usually really dark when it's under the object, because there's no light coming into that. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's just the darkest color. And let's also gonna put a little color on the top over here on the stem. That is a little darker color. I think the color over here is almost final. Okay, here you go. Look at it again. Okay, coming up. That, and the other side, the light side, we're gonna put a little lighter shade. Just set the color over there. And I'm gonna use this, have the red and the blue color, right? I'm gonna have a little bit lighter, get a little red color and the yellow, and I can have the little darker color into the shadow side. So this demonstrations is about value of the painting. It's very important. I'm gonna have this little bit red color connect to that, and I can have a little overlapping from here coming up, a little overlapping, so make a little bit soft brush stroke. Now that's good. And I'm gonna have a little bit more alizarin. I'm gonna put that little line over here. Ooh, that's too big, too dark. I'm gonna have little bit color away here. Looking for the contrast. Now I'm going to have a little bit light on the top. I'm going to leave the color up here. Let me make it a little bit softer. That's good. That's good. Now I'm going to have create a form. I'm going to clean the brush, create a form by using the white and the alizarin for the light on the top. I'm going to take a little bit, get a little white color. Here you go. Maybe this is too much. And we're going to take a look. And here you go. On the top over here, take a look for the shape. Look again. And the oil, if you drag it a little bit longer, and we get a little bit softer. That's good. Get the top over here a little bit lighter, like that. Right, and then on the other side, also see a little light. Now it's not enough. I'm gonna get a little bit more of this color again. That's good. Like that. Take a look. It's coming. It's dragging a little bit more in here. Soften that color. Right there. That's good. Now I'm gonna have the same color over here. I'm gonna get a little white and mix into this color. On the top over here is a little bit lighter, coming down like this. That's good. Soften that a little bit. And now on the top, if I clean my brush, I would tell you. And so far, every time I clean my brush, I would say I'm cleaning my brush, because the previous color that you have is included in the next colors. In that case, you don't have to clean it. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little, put a little light color over here next to prepare the highlight. Okay, like that. And then we're gonna paint a little bit thicker and thicker as we're gonna go, right? So I have a little lighter color, prepare for that. That's good. Now we're going to have some color a little bit thicker. Now create a texture. Now let's take a look. I'm going to have the yellow, I'm going to have the red, and this is no medium. Okay, I'm going to have this. This is good. I think this color. I'm going to hold the brush sideways. Now take a look here. You see that? We're going to start having some broken colors coming down. Here we go. And just put that in here. Get a little bit more red in here. And also, speaking of clean up the brush, you don't need to always clean the brush. Sometimes you just need to wipe off a little color in the brush by using the paper towel. Okay, and I will show you. Okay, now I have a little texture over here, right? Looking for what you want, what you need. Okay, just what is the best way to get it. I'm gonna have a little bit brighter color over here, a little bit later, but this need to be darker. Now I'm gonna have this color a little bit darker, but I need a bit brighter color. Get a little red in here. Right, get a little red, a little bit more red. I'm also have the color a little bit thicker. Here we go. Now I'm gonna have this color, like that. When you see the color, and also you need to think about, you mix the color and how you apply the color. Okay, what you're gonna use to apply the color. You're gonna use the brush or the palette knife. And how you hold the brush, all those is coming from experience, but also it's important for you to always give some consideration. Think about it, okay? Not just automatically hold the brush the same way that you're gonna hold every single time. Now I'm gonna just take the yellow color. I'm gonna have a little bit more thicker texture. Screen your eye, you can see, oh, how it should look like. How dark's the value? Okay, like this. I'm gonna coming over here, just the yellow color. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's a nice texture. You're gonna look more and more like an apple, right? And don't make the color all gray. Sometimes you just get the red. For example, I'm gonna show you, just get the red color. Okay, just put it on here. That's okay. Okay, a little bit. You can have broken shape, broken line. That's okay. Okay, step on it like that. There you go. Okay, and think about it. And then inside over here on this side, I can see a little bit yellow color. I'm gonna take the yellow color. I'm just going to very thick this color. I'm gonna just put it, but the yellow color may be a little bit too light. So I'm gonna have a little dry brush like this. Rotate the brush. Okay, now you have a little bit texture. Okay, like that. And a little bit more yellow coming over here like that. I'm gonna put it like this and turn a little bit. Put the color over here and turn a little bit like that. If there's too much yellow, and you think about, oh, it needs to have a little bit more red, and then you can later just put the red color right over there. That's fine. And the top over here, and you can also see a little yellow color here too of this color. Put it up there. And if you know what you are seeing, and then you're going to gradually, and you get closer and closer matching your impression. Okay, get the little yellow color over here too. Now I'm going to mix a little bit brighter brown color. You see, I have this color in the brush, but not necessarily I'm going to clean it up, okay? It's just going to wipe off some of the color, because in my brush, I still need to use the same color, yellow, red, and blue, right? So this time I'm going to get a little bit more yellow color. I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to get a little bit red color. So I'm going to try to mix the new color. And I'm going to get a little bit more yellow color right over here. And take a look at that. And then think this color is very similar. But this color, I also want to see the color underneath. And I don't want to just make a new flat color on the top. Like that. Just have a little gap. I think I have a little bit more red color in here. Like that. That's good. Like that. I'm going to drag it. Just come down like this. Okay, that's good. Over here too. I'm going to have a little texture over here too. Okay, here you go. That's good. Okay, now I have a little bit texture. A little bit over here too, on the top. I think this is pretty good, and I'm going to wipe off too much of those paint. I'm going to come back with a little bit more red color, and I see that a little bit blue, make it a little bit more brown. Now I'm going to have a little bit more red. So now I'm going to get back a little bit darker texture over here. Just tap on it like this. Right. It's good, it's fun. I'm going to, that might be too dark, so I'm going to get the red color back over here. And the top over here, I'm going to have a little bit more red. Just take the red. I don't need to wipe off the brush or clean the brush. And now the color get richer and richer. And you know, it's interesting, right? Everything, if you're going into the right direction, and it's going to come out to be okay. Now we look back to this color. right? Originally, think about this color maybe a little bit too dark, but when you squint your eye, this color darker than that color, but now we should have a little bit more yellow into here. So now I need to clean my brush because I don't really need the red color in here. There's too much red. And now I'm going to just, and the brush doesn't need to be purely clean. That's good enough. Okay. Now I'm gonna take a look and get the white color mixed into, and I think get a little bit of yellow and blue color in here. I think this is good. Mix a little red in here. So now I'm going to hold my brush like this. I'm going to gradually coming down like this and take a look. Oh, is that the right color? Is the right value? Okay, right here, like that. That's good. Now I'm going to gradually soften. But careful, you don't want to make the color look too great or too neutral. Sometimes you want some color to keep some freshness. Okay, like that. That's good. Now, I think this pretty good. Now take a look over here. This color are fine. I'm gonna have this moving down a little bit. I'm gonna connect that shape on this side. Now I kind of little lost the freshness if I keep going like this. Now what I want to do, I'm gonna show you actually using the fan brush. And if you think this color should be connected a little bit better, in that case, you see that if you want this color connect into that, or this color connect into this, is you can look for now. Now you just wish or any dry brush, and now the color is much softer, merged together. Right, that's good. I put it down over here. I don't need to clean it at this point. Okay, it's good. You apply the lightest color later and the last thing. Okay, now at this point what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little color to the stem, and looking for the color. It's not the lightest color, but I think this is good. This color very much good. I'm going to take that color. The value is very good. I'm going to make sure it's not paint in your brush. Now take a look. Okay, that's good. A little bit more. And I'm going to take a look at, I'm going to turn around the brush. So this tip a little bit sharper. This side and the left side. Like that. I have that color. Ooh, pretty good, huh? Almost like a done that area. I'm going to have shape a little bit and have a little bit and very much the same color. That's good. If you want some variety, that's okay. On this side, I'm going to also put this color a little bit here. Okay. That's good. And showing a nice shape on the top over here. That's good. Like that. Now the top, the stem looks very nice, has enough texture. So we can come back if we want to do a little bit more. Yeah, but that will be later, right? Now I'm going to take a look at, I'm going to have a little bit more white color. Mix a little bit of the alizarin. Now I'm going to do it one more time. I think some area in the sharp, the top, a little bit more clear. Now here we go. Now I'm going to use this hand to support this. Or you can use a stick to help you. Take a look. Here you go. Now on this side. Coming down over here. This is very helpful to describe the contour of the apple. Okay. I think this may be a little bit too much, so I'm gonna actually tone it down a little bit, mix it into this red color. Okay, too white. Okay, here we go. That's good. Coming up like this, that way. That's good. Okay, I'm also going to change the color. And the front, I'm going to have a little bit more red color. Okay, just take a look at a little bit red color at the front over here. Okay, here you go. Like that. A little bit red color. Here you go. That's good. So give a little bit more clear indication when the color connected. The front over here a little bit more red, and the back have a little bit more of the alizarin. So I'm going to have this color. Also on the other side, get a little bit alizarin with the red, of course. Have a little red mixed into it. And I'm going to have this a little bit lighter too over here. Like that. Very nice. Okay, I think the top is pretty clear to me. This a little bit connected. And the top over there, I'm going to have a little bit orange color, right? I'm going to have a little bit brighter orange color. Here we go. I'm going to drag the brush from here. Look, I'm going to put it down and drag the brush coming this way, like that. See that? Very expressive. Nice. I'm going to have this, just use the side, drag make a little texture coming down like this. This is good. I'm going to have some really red color. Here you go. I'm going to have that very thick color coming over here. That's good. Like this. And take a look. And coming over here. And a little bit over here. But don't try to make it all flat. Okay. Now on this side, I'm going to come back with a little brown color. Connect the red and make it a little rich and dark. Here we go. Like that. That's good. Now it looks like the apple is rounded already. This is good, right? And now we're going to set some time to the surrounding, to the table. Now I'm going to clean this brush. I'm going to put it on the side. I'm going to use a bigger brush for the outside. I'm going to use number 6, the fabric shade. Now I'm going to take a look at the outside. I'm going to have a little cooler color. So I'm going to take this color, start with, and it may be too bright. I'm going to mix this a little bit a light brown color. That's all right. Now I'm going to take a look. I'm going to make the outside a little bit lighter, so that make the apple pop a little bit on the light side. I'm going to have a little bit lighter. It's not light enough. I'm going to put it here like that. Take a look. Is that too light? Okay. It's totally up to you, and you can change it however you want. I'm going to get a little bit alizarin crimson, and then I'm going to make this color less bright. Okay, that's good. I think this color a little bit lighter, and also change the temperature, make it a little bit opposite from the color of the apple. Now I'm going to paint it around over here. Here you go, like that. I'm going to have the texture coming horizontally, going to that. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. I don't have to paint the whole background, and like this. Okay, I'm gonna get this softly. I may not really want that muddy color connected to the apple. I want to have a little bit sharper. Sometimes you want a soft edge, sometimes you don't. Right? Like this, that's okay, like that. So the top, I'm going to keep it like that. That will be fine, just on the left side. So I'm going to take this color. There you go, a little bit off onto this side. Okay, take a look on this side. I'm going to have a little bit consistent. I'm going to get the little alizarin crimson and with the blue color. Maybe a little bit different tone, because on this side it's very, very dark compared with the other side. This side darker. I'm gonna have this coming here. Okay, that's good. And then coming down over here, take a look. Coming in a little bit. That's good. Now let's just take out the excess color with the paper towel, and now I'm gonna come in on this side. Here you go. So one of the advantage by having the toned canvas, it maybe save you some work when you're painting the background. And lots of artists, they like to tone the canvas. Now I'm going to take a look at the table. I'm going to take this color a little bit and have a little bit more alizarin mix it into this blue. I'm going to make it a little bit darker. Like that. And take a look. And this would be nice color connect into the catch the shadow. Like that. Hi, yeah. No, I already toned it 2 days ago. How did you know a couple of days ago? Well, you are watching me. Okay, here, there. It's about 2 days ago. Okay, coming over here. And, but basically because I use oil, it may not totally dry, even 2 days ago. And coming over here. If you want to be dry faster, you can use acrylic to mix the color and tone it. And over here, lots of artists, they tone their canvas before they're going out to do premiere, as to make their work faster. Okay, here you go. And also is as a habit. Some artists, they don't want to tone, they want to paint the white canvas. And I'm going to make a little bit clear suggestions where there is actually toning. I'm going to have a little bit lighter over here. I'm going to have that over here. You see that? A little brush like that. And give a nice suggestions that is, yeah, that must be something changed the, the plane. Right there, right? I'm going to have maybe make a little bit subtle. That's good. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Have a little bit. Here you go. Like a bit like that, and a little bit like that. Now see that is where the table actually turn into the wall. Right. Now I'm going to have the table a little bit darker. Now I'm gonna come back here, have a little blue, and I'm gonna come in on here too, have a little bit blue color. You're painting on top of a color, and then if you're painting with it thin, you still be able to, right? Still be able to have not the white canvas much better. And so try it once a while and saying, oh, what about I'm going to tone the color? Some artists like to tone a certain color has a very emotional connection. Some artists have a red color undertone, and then painting always on the red, whether or not the sky is red or the background is red. It's always toned the red color. I know an artist when I lived in New Hampshire. She always toned the background with red, very dark, deep red. So okay, now I'm going to get the red color, mix it into this. I'm going to make the edge peel a little bit blue. Okay, here you go, like that. I'm also going to use the brush stroke and soften, and just the opposite, the direction, like that. I'm going to make it a little bit softer. Now I'll come back over here to take care of the brush stroke, like that. And on this side, soften the brush stroke. And that's just good. I'm going to make this a little bit thinner, like that. That's good. Screen your eye so you see whether or not that make you comfortable. I'm going to get a little red in here. That's good. I'm going to have a little texture for the table, like that. They actually look a little bit better. If it doesn't, you can change it. You say, oh, I'm going to soften that a little bit. That's good. And all right, I think it's time for us to put the highlight on to see how it look. Now here we go. Now we're going to set the highlight. I'm going to set the highlight with this almost like a tongue shape, because I painted for years with this brush, and it already like is number 10 fibre shape, but it's kind of like a tone into lost the hair on both sides. Now take a look. We're going to just take the white color. Take a look right here. The one, and I'm going to tap it over here, reshape it. Take a look. And I'm going to have a little bit glare, so I'm going to take this color first, put a little bit underneath, next to it, like this color. Also use this a little light tone color for the gap. When you do it right now, it's easier to do it later. Like that. That's good. Now, all right, now I'm gonna put the white color on it. Okay, here we go. I think the tip a little bit too sharp. I'm going to change that to another brush. Thinking about how you apply the color, it's very, very crucial. The brush stroke telling a better story. Okay, that's where you go. Now I'm gonna do it one more time. That's one shape. I'm going to take a look at over here, like that. On the other side, another shape over there, like that. That's good. Okay, now I have the highlight, and on the top, and maybe the highlight can be a little bit higher. On the top over there, I'm going to have a little bit thin, a little bit on the top over here. Here we go, like that. That's good. That is much better. And the bottom also have a little thin over here too. Okay, I'm gonna have a little line coming down. So that's good. Now I'm gonna also give a little highlight in here. Here we go. Okay. And also in that area, I'm gonna clean my brush. I'm gonna have a little bit lighter on the apple over here. So I'm gonna mix the white color with this a little yellow orange color. I'm gonna take a little bit yellow. I'm gonna have a little bit lighter. Here we go. Yeah, take a look. This a little bit lighter. Okay, put it down like that. That's good. A little lighter. And also gonna have the brush stroke coming up like this. Then, like the dry brush, like that. That's good. Okay, let's see. A little bit over here. Now I have that a little bit later, but I'm gonna have also have a little texture. But I'm not gonna have just this light color. I'm gonna have mix a little bit lighter brown color on the other side of the shadow side if I need to. I'm gonna take a look. A little bit later. I'm gonna have a little dry brush coming up like this. Okay. And take a look. Okay, and all right, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna get a little dark red color. I'm gonna set a little texture. Oh, that's not even dark enough. I'm gonna have a little bit red mixed into the blue color. Here you go. And here you go. A little bit darker. Like that. So make this area less solid. Like that. And I think the top of the stem, you need to have a little bit more highlight. Now I'm going to use a smaller brush. I'm going to use this very tiny number 2 round brush. I'm just going to take the white color with a little bit yellowish, a little tone, little thin color, but I need a little bit thicker color. Okay, here we go. Now right on the top over here, here we go. Okay, and the thicker color, a lot thicker. Here we go. Just put it there. Okay, that's good. Sometimes you have to hold your breath. Okay, a little bit over here. Okay, like that. Now it stands out a little bit more. And now I'm going to take a look at, actually I'm going to have some thicker color and the highlight. Now I'm going to just use this brush. A lot thicker is to how thick the color. I'm just going to put it right here. Okay, that's good. I'm going to have this coming around over here. A little bit like that. That's good. Now take a look at the background. I think that over here, I'm going to have the large brush over here. I'm going to have a little bit more softer. I think there's maybe a little bit too light over here. Also, I'm going to going into the background over here, make it a little bit more integrated. But I don't need to make it really thick, and keep it thin like that. Take a look at the texture. That's fine. And over here, I need to get rid of those texture over here. I'm gonna have a little bit more integrated. Screen your eye, you can see a feeling better. Okay, just like that. Okay, when I shade the background, I did not look at the reference. So I just shade it however I want. So you may want to shade it as is the underpainting, but I just shade it to seeing however I put it in, whatever texture I get, I'll just take it. And this may be a little bit too soft. In that case, you can always come back over here to give a little bit more contrast. Right? You see, I'm going to have a little bit broken shape over here, like that. A little bit more clear. Okay, and the front over here, I'm going to have a little bit clear too. It looks like a little bit too confusing. This edge over here, I'm going to have that coming down like this. And here you go. Here you go. Start over here. That's the shadow. like that. Okay, that probably too clear. Now I'm gonna wipe off most of the paint from my brush. Now here we go. Now I'm gonna put the color, squeeze it, scrape the color away. Here you go, like that. Okay, now, and also on the edge of the shadow, catch the shadow a little bit softer. Here we go, like that. Okay, a little bit clear, maybe too clear, but we're gonna see. Okay, here we go. Now at this point of the process, because we already have all the colors in the places that we want, we're just gonna adjust the balance. Okay, now I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna have this a little bit softer on the edge. Like that, that's good. Make it a little bit softer over here. And use the paper towel, wipe off the paint. That's good. Okay. Okay, now the bottom over here, it just wipe off and that would be good enough. And there's no paint transfer into the painting. And we're just going to drag the color down here so we can have, that's good. Now the bottom look better. Okay, yeah, this is a constant question that is, so you have to, every time you have to clean the brush, wipe your brush and clean the brush into the Gamsol. Make it really clean. No, you don't need to. Because that is, you see the blue color in here, but it's the blue color not be able to get out. Like I say, if you cannot even do that with the paper towel, it won't go into the painting. Okay, that's good. Like that, a little bit softer. And so this is very important to see the value before see the color. So it's very easy for you to actually making that color really light. And now I want to push that red color coming up a little bit more. And because I see that this shape, if we have less red coming down over here, probably even look better. In that case, I'm going to have a little bit more yellow color, mix it into here. So that's good. This a little more like a brown orange color. I'm going to push that color a little bit higher. Here you go, like that. And now the red color a little bit less. The area, that's good, like that. Okay. And I'm not sure this highlight is necessary. I'm going to soften that. That looks that's fine. And how about we're going to, I'm going to have a little bit color over here, and I'm going to little yellowish color over here. And actually that look better like that.